This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
Very good evening and welcome to Headlines Now. And the big story, of course, is the campaign trails of two Dravidian behemoths converging in the temple town of Trichy. Now, Amma has drawn first blood, unleashing on the government. Labeling the party as rowdy and corrupt, the leader of opposition tried her best to leave the chief minister red-faced. And now it is the turn of the DMK patriarch to launch his counter-attack. How, if at all, will this veteran turn this one around? Now, our senior correspondent Peer Mohammed is in Trichy at this point and he will be getting us a pulse of the situation. Good evening again, I am Ashmit Kumar. Exciting political times these, and we will be getting you all the updates in just a bit. But first, let's take a look at the headlines. Two Dravidian heavyweights begin their campaigns and unleash at each other in Trichy. Amma says her campaign focus is on the DMK's corruption. Congress revises the final list of candidates for polls. 3 old candidates make way for 3 fresh names. Tensions mount as cracks appear within the TNCC. Party is divided over the appointment of Mrs. Thangabalu from Mylapore. AIADMK Supremo sets the campaign train ablaze as she launches in the party's constituency. Ndtv-Hindu takes a look back at Amma's past.
Memory that is being relived as Jayalalitha tours Trichy district.
Election Commission allots the drum symbol as captain looks to set sail, but the election symbol will be allowed only for the upcoming polls. Dr. Decol remains defiant despite the non-acceptance of his resignation. He looks to take the fight to the state government in the High Court. Did you want to want that Lance Armstrong experience? If you have the money, Chennai has the bike to take your breath away.
When you're cycling, you shouldn't be thinking of cycling. You know, you should be observing the scenery through which you're cycling.
Well, those were the developments from in and around your city. Let's also get a look at developments coming in from across the country. BJP leader Sushma Swaraj calls the budget session successful, claims that they have been a responsible opposition. The BJP stages a walkout in the parliament demanding the Shunglu report, which probed the CWG irregularities, be tabled. Like the 2G probe, the judiciary needs to intervene in the cash for votes case, says the former Chief Justice J.S. Verma. Sushma Swaraj tells NDTV that there's nothing wrong with planning a sting and that the BJP is open to a probe by the CBI. Hassan Ali tells the court there's a threat to his life from the arrested aide Kashinath Tapuria. Judicial remand extended till the 8th of April. And the Maharaja of Indian cricket dedicates his innings to a special someone. He promises to spill the beans in the finals. Well, first up this hour, Kamit the politician with a big bag of freebies. Now, both the major Dravidian parties, the DMK and the AIADMK, are hot on their respective campaign trails with their eyes on the vote bank in Trichy. And the battle royale in Trichy between the two Dravidian behemoths is shaping out to be a bitter one. Amma, in her public address only a few minutes back, launched into a scathing attack on the DMK. Alleging rowdyism and corruption, she challenged the DMK on issues such as price rise and the 2G scam.
The response has been excellent. Ma'am, and what's the focus of your campaign? The all-pervasive corruption of the Karnataka government, all-round price rise, total breakdown of law and order.
கடந்த 5 ஆண்டு காலமாக தமிழ்நாட்டில் ஆட்சி நடைபெறவில்லை. ஒரு ரவுடி கும்பல் தமிழ்நாட்டையே ஆட்டி படைக்கிறது. தமிழக மக்களை பல இன்னல்களுக்கு ஆளாக்கி இருக்கிறது. அனைத்து கிராமங்களுக்கும் சாலை வசதிகள் மற்றும் பேருந்து வசதிகள் செய்து தரப்படும். ஸ்ரீரங்கத்திற்கு வருகின்ற போது எனது வீட்டிற்கு வருகின்ற உணர்வு எனக்கு ஏற்படுகின்றது. இப்போது உங்களில் ஒருத்தியாக நானும் உங்களுடனேயே இருக்கலாம் என்றுதான் இங்கே வேட்பாளராக நிற்க வந்திருக்கிறேன்.
Meanwhile, Amma does seem to have chosen a special spot for beginning her campaign. AIADMK Supremo Jayalalitha's repeated references to Sri Rangam being her ancestral home has drawn all the attention towards an otherwise quiet house at Kila Chittaraya Veethi of Sri Rangam. Now, this is where Jayalalitha's mother Sandhya lived. Take a look.
This quiet house on Kirchittirai Veedi in Srirangam is where former Chief Minister Jayalalitha's mother Vedavalli and her sister Veda grew up. Locals say the family bought a house a few hundred meters away before moving to Mysore. Residents recall being told Jayalalitha was just a child when the family moved to Mysore.
ஜெயலலிதா அப்பா கோயில் ஊழியராக இருந்ததாகவும் அவங்க அம்மா இந்த சிறு வயதில் இந்த சித்திரவீதி 91 நம்பர் வசித்ததாகவும் அப்பொழுது ஜெயலலிதா கைக்குழந்தையாக இருந்ததாகவும் அப்புறம் அந்த கோமல விலாஸ் 101 நம்பர் வீட்டில் இருந்ததாகவும் சொல்கிறாங்க. பட் 101 வீட்டில் இருந்தப்புறம் அவங்க அப்பா தவறி விடுறாங்க. தவறினதுக்கப்புறம் பிழைப்புக்காக அந்த அம்மா இந்த ஊரை விட்டு கர்நாடகாவுக்கு போனதாக மைசூர் மகாராஜா இல்லத்தில் பணிபுரிந்ததாக சொல்கிறாங்க.
Her Srirangam origins have been the root of Jayalalitha's appeal to the electorate since she is one of them. But Srirangam residents have a different take on the former Chief Minister.
See, perhaps Miss Jayalalitha may claim her ancestry here and all those things are there. But more than that, I think today's, at present, I don't know whether that point will carry weight or her present strength as a politician. I think that carries more than this nativity because she has proved her prowess in the field of politics.
AIADMK Chief Jayalalitha may have risen above her roots, but she wanted to remind the voters in Srirangam of her humble origins in this ancient Vaishnavite town. That may help her connect with the voters easily. In Srirangam, Peer Mohammed, Ndtv-Hindu.
Well, even as we move ahead, there seems to be trouble on the other side of the line. Even as the TNCC heads towards the polls in an uncomfortable position, the party head did make a few last-minute revisions to the list of candidates. They announced 3 fresh names that will contest the polls. Representing the party in Ramanathapuram will be Hassan Ali. K. Senthil Kumar will contest from Turupur. And the third name that has been included has been that of Kanchiji Mathiyalagan, who will fight from Poonamali. Meanwhile, also a part of this last-minute revision was the list of last-minute replacements. Dr. E.S.S. Raman will contest from Tirudani instead of Sada Sivalingam. Now, also meanwhile, Magpul John has replaced Hasina Saeed in Krishnagiri, and finally Kulachal will see J.G. Prince replacing C. Robert Bruce. And the tensions appear to be brewing within the TNCC camp even before polling begins. The appointment of Jayanti Thangabalu, the wife of TNCC chief from the Mylapore seat, has angered a large section of the cadres. Now, this morning, nearly 500 Congress workers voiced their resentment in a protest right outside KV Thangabalu's residence. Now, this outcry was only the latest in the series of protests that have expressed anger at the appointment of Mrs. Thangabalu. Now, just yesterday, in fact, the party workers went ballistic at the Satyamurthy Bhavan, burning effigies of the TNCC chief and his wife. Meanwhile, on his part, Thangabalu denied all the charges and said that the candidate was selected by the All India Congress Committee.
ஜெயந்தி தங்கபாலுங்கிற வேட்பாளருக்கு மேல அறிவிச்சிருக்கு. அவங்களுக்கு தொகுதிக்கு எந்த வித சம்பந்தமும் இல்லைன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நாங்க 2 நாள் தொடர்ந்து போராட்டம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். எங்க போராட்டத்தை அலட்சியப்படுத்தாம டெல்லி மேலிட ரொம்ப பொறுமை காத்துட்டு இருக்கு. தங்கபாலு அது கேட்டதை சொல்றாரு. அவங்க 25 வருஷமா உறுப்பினரா இருக்காங்க, அந்த ஒரு தகுதி போதுங்கிறாரு. அப்ப 30 வருஷமா உறுப்பினர்கள் ஒரு குறைஞ்சபட்சம் ஒரு கவுன்சில் சீட் வாங்கி கொடுத்து இவர் ஒரு பொன்னாட்டுக்கு எம்எல்ஏ சீட் வாங்கி கொடுத்துருக்கணும். இது மூலியமா மயிலை தொகுதி எழுந்திருக்காங்க சார்பா அவருக்கு எந்த விதமான சப்போர்ட் அந்த கேண்டிடேட் அளிக்க மாட்டோங்கிறது ராகுலுக்கு நாங்க கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 2000 நந்தி அமைச்சிருக்கோம்.
Staying with the news about miffed congressmen, the city police have registered FIRs against 20 disgruntled Congress party workers who went on a rampage at the Congress headquarters on Thursday. Now, reportedly, Satyamurthy Bhavan was stormed and ransacked by over a dozen congressmen who were displeased over the tickets not being allotted by the party high command to supposedly deserving candidates for the April 13 assembly polls. Now, window panes and glass partitions of several rooms on the first floor of the building and the conference room were damaged by the furious party workers. Acting on a complaint, the city police registered FIRs against 20 congressmen under 7 sections that includes unlawful assembly armed with deadly weapons, causing damage to property and threatening. A special team headed by the Anna Sala inspector are in charge of search of the accused. And well, moving ahead, will Stalin's right-hand man light up the 1,000 lights? He seems to think so. We'll get you his plans, schemes and promises on the other side.